Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. Let's take a look at the standings real quick because things are getting interesting. In the AFC North, the Bengals are 7-3, the Ravens are 6-3, the Browns are 4-5, the Steelers are 3-6, Colts are 7-2, the Titans are 4-6, the Jags are 3-6, the Texans are 2-8, the Bills are 7-2, the Dolphins are 7-2, the Jets are 4-5, and the Pats are 3-7. In the West though, the Chiefs are 5-4, the Broncos on a 4-game winning streak are also 5-4. The Raiders are 4-5 and the Chargers are 4-5. It is truly anyone's division at the moment. In the NFC, the Vikings are 5-4, the Packers are 4-6, the Lions are 3-6, the Bears are 3-6. The NFC South, the Panthers are 7-2, the Falcons are 6-4, the Saints are 2-7, and the Bucks are 2-8. In the NFC East, the Cowboys are 9-1, the Eagles are 7-3, the Giants are 4-6, and the Commanders are 3-7. And in the NFC West, the Rams are 6-3, the Cardinals, who we play today, are 6-3. The 49ers are 4-5 and the Seahawks are 4-5. So suddenly we are in the playoff hunt. But anyway, let's get this week underway. We did have a weekly award winner last week. That was Tyler Huntley, who had a fantastic performance. Also, I have lowered the quarter length to 11 minutes. I was playing on 12-minute quarters, but the games are way too high scoring way too often. I want high scoring games occasionally, but right now it's been every single game. So we're down to 11-minute quarters, and hopefully that gives us a little bit more realistic score lines and stats. Anyway, let's get into this week. We've got a trench boost, discuss the play of your O-line, who I think has been playing really well. We've been running the ball super well. Javonte had a great week last week. Those guys up front really went to work, and you have to be proud of the way they performed. They play a huge part in what we're able to do, and where they go, we follow. If they keep building chemistry and playing at this level, the sky's the limit for everybody up front. The amount of yards rushing your team has against the Cardinals will determine how much XP each offensive lineman earns. Oh, that's kind of cool. By the way, I already simmed practice. We're without Jerry Jeudy and Baron Browning for today's game, unfortunately, two of our best players, which really hurts us. We've got our first prospect spotlight. Typically, these are very bad players, but let's see what the assistant GM has to say. We may want to take a deeper look at DT Thurman Carey. He's been standing out from other prospects in terms of his football IQ. Let me take a look at his tape and scouting report and see if he's a good fit. DT is a huge need for us. Maybe not as big anymore with Zach Allen having earned superstar development, but definitely need the second DT to go along with him since we're playing a 4-3. So the guy he mentioned is Thurman Carey. He's around 2-3 projection, 6'3", 343 out of LSU. Great to elite strength. He's not very fast, but that's not the end of the world. He does have A tackling and A play recognition, and then C for finesse moves and block shedding and power moves. He has potential for sure, especially with A play recognition and A tackling. I had to set my focus scouting players, and I went ahead and made it these players: John Harrington, Philip Morrow, and Thurman Carey. John Harrington is a strong safety that is a day 3 guy. Philip Morrow is a QB that is a day 3 guy, and Thurman Carey is that D tackle we just looked at, which is around 2-3 guy. We need to sort of focus our attention to somewhat later round picks. I'm not sure how many picks we're going to end up having in the earlier rounds, just because we may have to trade up if we want to get that quarterback Dennis Colbert. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this game against the Cardinals. Back in Denver this week, as the Cardinals' lead running back is a guy we are all too familiar with. It is Austin Eckler, the former Charger. He signed with the Cardinals in the offseason. And of course, quarterback Kyler Murray is back after being injured for the first part of last season. Tanner Brown will kick us off, and we are underway here in Denver. This Cardinals team is not a bad team. They are 6-4 on the regular season, looking to still win their division. I believe they're only one game back on the Rams, who lead the NFC West currently. This is how Kyler Murray is performing so far this season. Not insane stats, but pretty good. So we are without Baron Browning, which means longtime veteran Justin Houston has been promoted. 2nd and 5 after the short gain, as Murray out of the shotgun will look to pass. Zach Allen's back there, freshly superstar Dev, and this is knocked out by Devin Bush in the direction of Zach Ertz. That makes it 3rd and 5, and we'll look to get an early stop here, as Murray back to pass is scrambling, has so much room in front of him, and Tyreek Stevenson has to chase him down, brings him down past the 50, a pickup of 24 for Kyler Murray. That is one thing we have to be worried about with Kyler Murray that we haven't really faced this season outside of Lamar Jackson in week number 4. This is a handoff to Eckler. We'll see him for the first time today, and he falls forward through a Devin Bush tackle. That's a pickup of 5. On 2nd down and 5, this wide receiver core has insane speed for the Cardinals, but this is a carry for Eckler, jukes out a defender, and Drew Sanders has to save a touchdown down at the 25 nearing the red zone. So 1st and 10 from the 25. Like I said, this wide receiver room has a ton of speed with Hollywood Brown, and nearly picked by PS2. It's bobbled into the end zone and dropped. 2nd and 10. So make it 3rd and 10 from the 25. It's Kyler empty set under some pressure from Zach Allen, and this is caught by Rondale Moore, who breaks the Tyreek Stevenson tackle and is into the end zone for a touchdown for the Cardinals. As Rondale Moore made the secondary look silly on that play, and it is 6 on the board. The Cardinals strike first. Kyler Murray standing tough with Zach Allen in his face. So the Broncos take over on offense, down 7-0. Tyler Huntley coming off a 300-yard, 4-touchdown performance a week ago. Looking to see if we can match that again as he's under pressure immediately and goes down. That's Ioannidis with the sack, 2nd and 22. With no Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Mims will be promoted to the wide receiver 1 role, as I prefer to keep Chester Truman in that sort of wide receiver 2 role. And you'll see a lot more of Josh Reynolds this week, and this pass will be to him. It's completed, and we get 6 of those yards back. So on 3rd and 16 from the 19, Huntley back to pass. Chester Truman's wide open, makes the grab, and can't break out of the tackle, but has a 1st down gain. Javonte Williams is in the backfield. He played exceptionally last week. Of course, Tajay Spears left a little bit early with an injury, but is back this week, and this will be a handoff to Williams. He has 3. On 2nd and 7 from the 41, we'll go back to Javonte, and he's got some running room. A bad angle from one of the defenders, a stiff arm on Budda Baker, and brought down at the 34 is Javonte Williams. A great start to this day as well. This Broncos offense has really found its form in the last few weeks, as Huntley will look to throw, finds Truman again, gets laid out at the 25, a pickup of 8. So on 2nd and 2 from the 25, Huntley play action. Will look to throw, looking for Winters, who breaks out of a tackle, can't punch it in, but is down at the 1. A risky throw from Tyler Huntley, but he placed it perfectly, and Rashad Winters came up big. So from the 1, 1st and goal, it's Tajay Spears in the backfield, and he's got the touchdown. 6 for Denver, matching the Cardinals' first drive, and it's going to be 7-7. Tajay Spears, his first carry of the day, is a 1-yard touchdown run. So the Cardinals back on offense. They moved very quickly down the field, and Kyler Murray will look to throw on the first play, and this should have been a pick 6 from Tyreek Stevenson. Tyreek Stevenson and Damari Mathis are sort of swapping back and forth between who is the CB2 right now, as Austin Eckler has a carry and he has excellent blocking down the field. A bad angle from Cameron Bynum, a broken tackle on Damari Mathis sees Eckler to the 46 in Denver territory. 3rd and 10 from the 46, not in field goal range likely, as Murray to throw again, running out of time, stepping up. He has excellent speed, and he runs away from everyone, slides down in front of Bynum at the 27, 1st and 10 Cardinals. We are likely going to need a QB spy to contain Kyler Murray. He's going to get free 1st downs like that a lot if we can't manage to adapt, as Eckler breaks a Caden Stearns tackle, but then is brought down by Damari Mathis after a pickup of about 9. 2nd and inches from the 18. Murray throws, has Eckler, and he's fighting with Caden Stearns, but is brought down at the 12. 1st and 10, though, for the Cardinals. So from the 12, on 1st and 10, Murray under pressure immediately, again finds Eckler, and he's breaking a ton of tackles, eventually goes down at the 1. It's 1st and goal again for the Cardinals. On 1st and goal, it is going to be a handoff. That's Kareem Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. My goodness, we cannot stop anything defensively to start the day. We're going to need some changes as they are just running all over us. The quick pass game is working. They're breaking a ton of tackles. Really feels like there's nothing we can do defensively right now. 1st and 10, Denver down by a touchdown. Again, it's 14-7 from the 25. First play of this drive will be a handoff to Tajay Spears. Gets a pickup of 2. Make it 3rd and 8 from the 27. Huntley will look to throw. Under pressure right away. I mean, a free blitzer on that play. It's 4th down, and we'll have to punt it away. So 1st and 10 Cardinals after a Denver 3-and-out, and their offense has looked fantastic so far. Maybe not as much through the air, but the short passes and the ground game have been working really well as Kyler Murray steps up, and this time it's not going to work. Devin Bush gets a sack, and that's the end of the first quarter. Make it 2nd and 13 from their own 19. Murray under pressure immediately. It's Drew Sanders and Justin Houston in the backfield. 3rd and 19, back-to-back sacks. So 3rd and 19 from the 13. Murray back to pass, running out of time, scrambling to his left, and throws it away on 3rd and long. 4th and 19. Could have at least tried an arm punt, I feel like. They'll punt it away. Denver, excellent field position after the punt from the Cardinals. 14-7, 10 minutes left to play here in the first half. Javonte Williams on a carry gets basically nothing. Sets up 2nd and 9 from the 46. Huntley will look to throw. Has Rashad Winters underneath, and he's going to be past the first down marker. I thought he was going to be just short, but a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 from the 45, Huntley will hand off to Spears, who cuts it back after there was a blitzer on the right side. That's a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 from the 41. Huntley to throw again, finds Chester Truman, and he's got a 1st down to the 23. 1st and 10 for Denver. If you're curious, Chester Truman still leads the NFL in receiving yards. He was the first receiver this season to reach 1,000 in his rookie year, by the way. 1st and 10 from the 23. Javonte Williams in the backfield gets 2. 3rd down. Huntley, we need 9. Gonna look for Mims across the middle. He's got the ball, and he's inside the 10, down at the 6. 1st and goal for Denver. Huntley already to 100 yards on the day. On 1st and goal from the 6. Spears in the backfield. It is a handoff to him, and Blaine Wynn, the rookie center, who has been playing very well this season, goes down with an injury. 2nd and goal from the 2. Huntley to throw. Finds Winters. He holds on, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Rashad Winter holds on through contact, and he's got another touchdown this season. I believe his 3rd on the regular season. Blaine Wynn has a bruised shoulder and will return soon, but we'll keep him out for now. 1st and 10 Cardinals. Finally had to punt it away on the last drive, probably due to the fact that we got a lot of pressure on Kyler Murray, but Eckler has an excellent run here. That's a 1st down on the first play. Seems like we cannot stop the run so far today. I wonder if that has anything to do with Baron Browning being out, as this is Earl Wright, the rookie. He had a decent preseason before getting injured and missing the rest of it. This is a forced fumble and recovered by the Cardinals. Our team gets a lot of interceptions, but not a lot of forced fumbles. So that was interesting to see, as this is a handoff to Eckler, and he's brought down by Uwazurike, a pickup of only 1. Makes it 2nd down for Kyler Murray. He's from under center this time. It is a handoff, though, to Eckler, and he breaks a tackle. That is an unfortunate missed tackle. Breaks another tackle. He doesn't want to go down. He's already to 90 yards on the day, and there's still 4.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. So 1st and 10, the rushing game has been working so well for these Cardinals, and that's a missed tackle from Bynum, but he slowed him down just enough for Zach Allen to get out there, a loss of 2. On 2nd and 12 from the 37, Murray under center still, and that's going to be picked off by Damari Mathis. He missed last game, but still has the league lead in interceptions, and he gets another one here. Damari Mathis shows up big when it counts. So the Denver defense made a play. Now can the Denver offense make some plays, as Huntley's back to pass and under pressure immediately. Lucky that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 11 from the 27. Looking for Chester Truman. He makes the grab and he holds on after the hit. Down to the 45. He is definitely the best wide receiver we have. Huntley had some pressure in his face there as well, so good on him to make an accurate throw while a defender was right in his face as Javonte Williams will get another carry, and this time he's got a pickup of 10. We hit the 2-minute warning. It is 14-14, and we'll see if Denver can put some points on the board before the half. On second down, Huntley back to pass again, setting up a screen for Javonte. Following his blocks, I just saw that Blaine Wynn, the center, is back in the game, so that's good to see, and it's a first down for Javonte Williams. Clock stops as Javonte went out of bounds, so on 1st and 10 from the 34, Huntley going to be under pressure quickly again, finds Reynolds who drops it. This is an opportunity for Reynolds to show what he has, and that's not what we want. So it is 3rd and 10, Huntley, what do you got? We've got Josh Reynolds, and he's going to be short of the first down. It's 4th and 2. The Cardinals call a timeout. We are going to settle for this field goal, the Tanner Brown kick. It is up. It is going to be good, and it is 17-14, but still a minute and a half and 2 timeouts for Arizona. You got to imagine they're going to be pretty much exclusively throwing the ball here. On 1st and 10, it is a throw. It is for Eckler, and Devin Bush is there, brings him down, a loss of 2, and the clock rolls. They're in the hurry up. Kyler Murray from the 23 after the loss of 2 takes the snap, fires across the middle, has his man. It's Hollywood Brown, makes the grab down to the 43. So it's a 1st and 10. They're still in the hurry up. 53 seconds left to play as Murray back to pass again, and this is knocked out. Damari Mathis, have yourself a day. So it makes it 3rd and 10, 42 seconds left to play still. We're not out of the woods yet as the Denver defense. Murray running out of time, scrambling, will look to run, which I don't think was a great decision. And it's 4th down. We'll call a timeout. Maybe there's a chance for some points for Denver before the half. Well, an excellent punt. We'll see the Broncos start from their own 8. Huntley back to pass. Going to look for Mims across the middle, and he's got the grab. We'll call another timeout. On 2nd and 10 from the 30, Huntley to throw. Has Truman. He'll go out of bounds. Clock stops. 3rd and 2 from the 37. Huntley to pass. Going to take a shot for Truman. It's incomplete. 4th and 2. 12 seconds. We'll just have to punt it away. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Denver up 17-14 on the Cardinals. And this Cardinals offense has been shockingly good, especially on the ground. Let's take a look at the halftime report, which I skipped by accident in the last episode. We'll take a look around the league, see what's going on. We've got the Raiders. This is a point of interest considering the AFC West is so tight, but it looks like they're going to drop to 4-6, losing to the Falcons that we just beat pretty handily. Head over to LA where the Chargers are hosting the Patriots, and they are currently up 10-0, looking to improve to 500. And last but not least, somehow also playing at SoFi Stadium at the same time, the Rams are down 17-7 against the Vikings, whose starters Baker Mayfield. The Broncos will start with the ball here in the second half. Tajay Spears in the game. Didn't see a ton of him in the first half. I feel like we didn't see a ton of the running game in general in the first half, and he gets crushed. But it is a pickup of 5. So it is 3rd down. Huntley to throw. Gonna look downfield for Truman, and it's picked off, but out of bounds. And that's a 3 and out for Denver. We'll see if the Cardinals stick to the running game this half, or if they look a little bit more to the pass. On 1st and 10, it will be a throw for Murray. Unless he decides to scramble, which it looks like he will, and Damari Mathis, instead of going for a tackle, backs up, and that's going to be a big gain for Murray because of it. He's already into Denver territory. 1st and 10 from the 48. Kyler Murray under center, a huge tight end set to the left side, but they run to the right, and Caden Stearns is there, a loss of 2 for Eckler. So make it 2nd and 12. Still a 2 tight end set here. And another carry for Eckler, who had pretty good blocking. Not excellent, but it is a pickup of 4, makes it 3rd and 8. On 3rd down from the 45. 2 running backs in the backfield. Kyler running out of time. Earl Wright gets tackled by his own teammate. Nick Benito can't catch Kyler Murray, and he's got the first down to the 35. So it is 1st and 10, Arizona. Unfortunate to miss out on the sack there, as that is an excellent play from Nick Benito. Saved a huge gain with that tackle. On 2nd and 8 from the 33, Kyler Murray, shotgun, handoff to Eckler, and that's Uwazurike with a TFL, 3rd and 9. So on 3rd down and 9 from the 34, Kyler rolling to his right, has his man, but it's knocked out by Caden Stearns. He was looking for his tight end, Zach Ertz. It's 4th down, and the Cardinals will have to settle for a field goal attempt. So the Cardinals not only have Austin Eckler from the Chargers, they also have Cameron Dicker from the Chargers, their kicker. Dicker the kicker. His kick is up. It's going wide, but just inside the right post, and it is good. 17-17. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Tyler Huntley and this Broncos offense. Gonna look down the field for Marvin Mims, and it's undercut, underthrown, not enough air under it from Huntley, and it's picked off by Jackson. An really unfortunate throw from Tyler Huntley, just no air under that ball at all, and Mike Jackson Sr. able to basically undercut it and gets the pick. And now the Cardinals with an opportunity to take the lead already with excellent field position. That one is probably on me. I think that was a bad decision to throw, or at least it was way too late, or it needed to be a touch pass. Some combination of those things, as Eckler has a good carry here, brought down by PS2, pickup of 5. On 2nd down from the 26. Murray takes the snap, fires, finds his man. That's Rondale Moore, and he's got a first. Brought down at the 19 by Devin Bush. So it is 2nd and 10. Need the defense to come up big here. Murray under pressure again, and I think that this is going to be roughing the passer, unfortunately. That makes it 1st and goal from the 10. Mental error there from Devin Bush. Kyler Murray will hand off to Eckler. Bush is there, Baptiste is there, Sanders is there, all of the linebackers are there. 2nd and goal. From the 9 on 2nd and goal, it is a handoff again to Eckler, and it's Zach Allen this time laying him out. A loss of 1, 3rd and goal. From the 10, double tight end set to the left, and it's a fake to Eckler. Murray looking to throw, running out of time, looking to scramble, run straight into the open arms of Drew Sanders, one of the best tacklers on the team. And it's a pickup of 1, 4th and goal, likely another field goal for Arizona. Dicker the kicker, up and good, and it is 20-17. Good damage control there from the Denver defense. So from the 25, Denver taking back over. 3 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And the first play on this drive will be a handoff to Tajay Spears. He's got good running room. Has a pickup of about 10, just short of the 1st down marker. Javonte Williams checks in. And from the 35, we'll go to him. He's got the 1st down, breaks a tackle, and goes down to the 41, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Broncos. 2nd and 11, Huntley. It's a screen for Javonte Williams. Got good blocks, and he's got a 1st down to the 48. On 1st and 10 from the 48, Huntley back to pass, looking for Rashad Winters. He's got the grab, and he's got a lot of running room in front of him. Down at the 26, another 1st and 10 for Denver. 2nd and 10 from the 26. Play action, has Chester Truman down the field, and that's a touchdown for the Broncos. Chester Truman, another touchdown, the 9th on the season for him, and another big game through the air for Tyler Huntley, and a big game receiving for Chester Truman. Leads the NFL in receiving yards, and I don't see that changing as long as he stays healthy. And it is 6 points on the board for Denver. Cardinals back on offense. 24-20 is the score. Down by 4 points, so a field goal does not tie it. Zach Allen has been the only reason Eckler doesn't have like 200 yards. That is the end of the 3rd quarter and the beginning of the 4th. Denver with the lead, 24-20. 4th quarter is underway here at Mile High, and on 2nd and 7 from the 28. It's another handoff to Eckler, running away from Zach Allen's side, probably wisely. Caden Stearns takes a terrible angle. Cameron Bynum doesn't, though. It's a huge gain, a pickup of about 40 yards for Austin Eckler to the 33 in Denver territory. This running game is crushing us today. It's weird, we can stop Josh Jacobs in our 2 games against the Raiders, but we face Austin Eckler and we're dead in the water. This is dumped off to Eckler, and a tackle by Caden Stearns, and Nick Benito sees no gain. So make it 3rd and 10 from the 33. Kyler Murray needs the conversion here. Running out of time, though. Cameron Bynum's in the backfield, gets the hit, but then it's Devin Bush with the 2nd sack on the day for him. Cameron Bynum forced Kyler Murray into Devin Bush. So a 1-2 punch there from the Denver defense. Unfortunately, no credit for Bynum, although he was really the main reason that sack happened. Devin Bush gets all the credit, and it's 4th down for Arizona. That sack also pushed Arizona out of field goal range, so they did have to punt it away. 24-20, 9 minutes left to play, and Denver has the ball from their own 8. Tajay Spears is in the backfield, and we're going to him right away. And he's got nothing, a pickup of 1. It's been a rough couple weeks on the ground for Spears, definitely getting outperformed by Javonte this week and last. 2nd and 9 from the 9. It's Spears again and just nowhere to go. The hole did not open up. It's 3rd and 9. A first down here would be pretty crucial, even if we have to punt it away on the next set of downs. If we punt it away here, Arizona has an excellent field position advantage, and we're going to have to punt it away. It's only a pickup of 6 or so for Josh Reynolds. Excellent field position for the Cardinals. They start from their own 44. Eckler still in the backfield with Murray, and it is a handoff to him, and he's going to get caught by PS2 and Damari Mathis, but still a pickup of 8, nearing 150 yards on the day. I did not expect the Cardinals to be one of the most run-heavy teams we played this season, but I guess with Austin Eckler playing the way he is, it only makes sense. They go back to him again, cuts it back, runs into Drew Sanders, but powers forward for the first down inside Denver territory. I'm realizing it's actually been an awful day for Kyler Murray. He's less than 100 yards passing. He's like 8 for 24. This has been the Austin Eckler show, and it continues on this play. He's got a pickup of about 7 to the 36th, 3rd down. 3rd and 3, Cardinals hand it off, and Drew Sanders is there, and he makes the tackle. It's 4th and 2, 5.5 minutes left to play. We'll see if Arizona goes for this. They are lined up to go for it, and it is Kareem Hunt in the backfield, not Austin Eckler. 4th and 2. From the 35, Drew Sanders free blitzer. This is picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. A bad throw from Kyler Murray, and Denver takes over from the 30. It's virtually the same as a turnover on downs, but it looks a little prettier on the stat sheet. Tyreek Stevenson gets a pick. A terrible throw from Kyler Murray, who has just had a really, really bad day through the air. It's really all been Austin Eckler is the reason they're even in the game. So from the 30, Denver takes back over. A touchdown would pretty much ice this game, as Spears on the carry has next to nowhere to go. This Cardinals run defense has been impeccable here in the second half. It's 3rd and 7 from the 33. Huntley back to pass, and looking for Reynolds. It's swatted away. And I thought Reynolds was running a different route. That is completely on me. So from their own 17, the Cardinals have 3.5 minutes to drive down the field and get a touchdown to take the lead. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Eckler, and he's brought down by Nick Benito. A pickup of 4, 24 attempts on the day for Austin Eckler. They continue to run the ball despite only having 3 minutes left, as Murray will look to pass this time. Finds his man, dropped by PS2, but a catch for Hollywood Brown. To make it 1st and 10 from the 33, an empty set for the first time in quite some time for Kyler Murray. And from the 33, he is throwing, and it's caught again. It's actually, that is Rondale Moore this time. Apologies. 1st and 10 down to the 47. Clock rolls. 2 minutes left to play. Denver up 24-20. Just need to prevent a touchdown. As Murray to pass, finds his man, and that's caught by Rondale Moore. 1st and 10. They're not using timeouts yet. First down from the 41. 1.5 minutes left. Murray looking to throw again, nearly intercepted. That would have ended the game from Pat Surtain. So make it 2nd and 10. Eckler in the empty backfield with Murray, and a diving play from, I think that was Kelvin Joseph, but still completed to Ertz. 1:17 left, 1st and 10 from the 31. Murray will look to throw, has his man, and it's caught by Moore, who breaks out of a Tyreek Stevenson tackle to the 16, and the Cardinals are closing in on pay dirt. 50 seconds left to play. They noticeably haven't used any timeouts. 1st and 10 from the 16. This is knocked away by Drew Sanders. 2nd down. This is a pretty critical 3rd down. Obviously, it's 4-down territory for the Cardinals with only 40 seconds left to play. As Kyler has all kinds of time, looks to scramble and runs into Devin Bush, and he's going to leave with an injury for 4th down. An injury timeout burned by the Cardinals, and Kyler Murray is headed to the locker room. So coming in at quarterback looking to be the hero is Clayton Tune. On 4th and 9 from the 16, he doesn't need the end zone, but he's going for it, and he throws an interception on his only pass attempt of the day. It's Patrick Surtain to seal the game. Down at the 30, and the Broncos are going to improve to 6-4. Clayton Tune had to come in for one play, and it was the most critical one of the entire game. Unfortunately, throws an interception to the best corner in the NFL, PS2. And there you have it. The Broncos improve to 6-4, a hard-fought victory against a sneaky good Cardinals team. And it is a dub once again for Denver. I don't know what's up with the quarterback play from our opponents. For some reason, even when it's like a decently rated quarterback like Kyler Murray, they're just playing terribly. And we'll take a look at the stats. Kyler Murray played awful today. The only reason the Cardinals were in this game at all offensively is because Austin Eckler was absolutely insane. If we take a look at the player stats, Tyler Huntley had an okay day, 17 for 30, not super accurate, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick, 56% completion percentage. Kyler Murray was abysmal before exiting, 13, 32, 145 yards, 40% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And like, he looked to scramble all the time. He didn't throw a lot of passes, and when he did, they were inaccurate a lot. I turned up the QB accuracy slider. The Mat 10 QB accuracy, CPU QB accuracy slider is like 42, I think. I turned it up to 50. I thought that would help, but even Kyler Murray played awful. And I know quarterbacks are going to have bad days, but it's just strange to me that unless it's like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, or Justin Herbert, all 90 overall plus quarterbacks in this game, they play terribly. Rushing though, Austin Eckler, 163 yards, 6.7 per carry, 7 broken tackles, 2 20+ yard runs. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the Broncos stats only. Tajay Spears had 11 attempts, only 28 yards, 2.5 a carry, but did have the touchdown. Javonte Williams was actually pretty good today, 8 attempts, 47 yards, 5.8 per carry. Receiving, Chester Truman just shy of 100 yards, 6 for 97 and a touchdown. I feel like we've seen this stat line from him like 5 times this season already. Rashad Winters was pretty good today, 4 for 57 and a touchdown. Josh Reynolds had a number of targets and had 1 really bad drop, but did have 3 catches. Marvin Mims only 2 catches for 38. Javonte Williams had 2 screen catches. Defensively, Devin Bush led the way with solo tackles. He also had 3 TFLs along with Zach Allen. Devin Bush also had 2 sacks. So, I mean, Devin Bush, goodness gracious, had a fantastic day. Drew Sanders had 2 TFLs and a half sack, 8 total tackles. And then Pat Surtain, Tyreek Stevenson, and Damari Mathis. This trio has been disgusting. They all had a pick. Take a look and see how we did in terms of the trench boost. It was not a good day on the ground for us, but it's something. I'm sure you expected more out of your ground game this week. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The offense in general was not as potent as it had been in previous weeks, but we got the win, so you know, it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. Your entire offensive line earned 1,000 XP. I'll go ahead and advance the week. We'll take a look at the sort of spotlight position in terms of scouting, and then I'll end the episode there. The spotlight position for this week is going to be safety, which is arguably our second biggest need outside of quarterback. So let's start off by talking about the guy that we made a focus scouting player. That's John Harrington, a strong safety out of Louisville, 6'2", 225, has a high motor, has solid to good speed, but great to elite strength. He's a day 3 guy, right? So you can't expect a ton out of him, but I don't mind what I see here. A, pursuit, C, play recognition, B, block shedding, B to C, man coverage. So at worst, that's a C. His zone coverage is a D, which is a little unfortunate for a safety because we do run a ton of cover too. In terms of tackling, he's got to be in hit power. He's not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination at day 3. I do wish he were a little faster. I'm not crazy interested, but I don't think he's a terrible pick if we're in like, you know, round 6 and 7 and we're scrounging to find draftable guys. And in all honesty, there's not a ton of safeties I'm interested in, especially at strong safety, but let's go down the list. The number 1 strong safety is Jaden Bingham out of Texas A&M. He's 6'2", 208. He's only 21 years old. He often looks to rip the ball from runners. He doesn't have great to elite speed, and he's just a solid player the whole way around. His tackling is actually worse than Harrington, but he has better man coverage, pretty good kick return, good block shedding, bad play rec, not great pursuit. Looks like his awareness, catching, finesse moves, hit power, and injury are all going to be very good. Even if those are all B, that is still pretty exceptional. But I don't think that he's a round 1 guy. I see these things and like I'm thinking round 2 or 3. I don't know. Jaden Bingham, we're probably not picking in the first round anyway, so it doesn't matter that much, but I'm not crazy about Jaden Bingham. He's all right though. Barry McKee, 6'1" out of UCLA, has a high motor and often looks to rip the ball from runners, has good to great speed, and his skills are fairly similar, I would say, although slightly worse, especially in catching and injury, but does have the B play recognition, B pursuit, A block shedding, C zone coverage, so a little better in zone coverage than like Harrington. Again, I don't think he's worth a first round type of pick, maybe not even a second round pick, but maybe if he fell to the third, I'd be a little more interested. Damian Roach is a zone safety, which is good because we do play a ton of zone. He is 5'10" out of Washington State, which I believe is where Chester Truman is from. He has great to elite speed, looks to be above average to very good athlete, and these are his stats. He does have B zone coverage. I don't care that the man coverage is poor. I would prefer better zone coverage personally, because I run a ton of cover 2 where we've got 2 deep safeties. So I would want him to be good in coverage, in zone coverage specifically. He has okay pursuit, pretty good hit power. Looks like his tackling may not be great, and he's going to be a little injury prone. Again, probably not a round 1 to 2 guy for me. Maybe more so round 2 than the previous guy, just because he's more of a scheme fit for us. Still not insane from Damian Roach. And we are losing Caden Stearns this year. I'm not going to look to re-sign him because he doesn't want to re-sign, which means he's going to want a ton of money, and there's just not a lot of upside there. So we do need a strong safety pretty bad. Taylor Clayton, 5'11", 21 years old out of USC, has a high motor, often looks to rip the ball from runners. Good to great athlete pretty much the whole way down the board, and just looks to be a decent player. We don't know a ton about him, but the C zone coverage does kind of suck. I would prefer that be B or better, but he does have B play recognition, B tackling, B hit power, and B awareness. So like he's intelligent and he's going to be a pretty solid tackler that can like force fumbles and stuff. More of a run supporter. It says his archetype is hybrid, which makes sense. He is probably the most interesting so far for me. I think I'm the biggest fan of Taylor Clayton. And then outside of that, there's nobody down here I'm super interested in other than John Harrington. And then there's Enrique McGowan, has a high motor, looks to rip the ball from runners, great to elite speed. He, by the way, is 5'10" out of Colorado, and he's got good zone coverage, B zone coverage. He has F play recognition and D awareness, so he's not an intelligent player by any means, but looks to be a very quick athlete with the ability to play zone coverage deep. Again, if we're at like our last pick of the draft and he's available, I wouldn't consider it a wasted pick on him, but I don't see him being a long-term contributor on really any team. And then if we look at free safety, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. These top 2 free safeties are both very good players. Will Ford, high motor, looks to rip the ball from runners. Great to elite jumping, good to great speed, just a really good athlete the whole way down the board other than strength. Skills, B awareness, B finesse moves, just don't know a ton about him, but he looks to be a really good athlete. Looks like he'll be okay in zone coverage. Hopefully it's a B or a C and not a D. You know what, now that I'm looking at Will Ford again, now that he's been a little bit more scouted since I kind of first did my run through around week 2 or 3, I'm not crazy about him, but he's okay. I wish that play recognition was a B. I'd be a little bit more excited about him, but he's all right and he's a pretty good athlete. Dante Wake, I think, is very good. He has great to elite speed, 6'2" out of Texas A&M. He looks really nice. He's A man coverage, B play rec, C pursuit, B hit power, B tackle, B block shedding, B awareness. I almost wonder if he would be an incredible like sub linebacker to go alongside Drew Sanders, maybe with that A man coverage. With the fact that it's A man coverage and it looks like his zone it'll be at least a little bit worse. He might be like almost like a slot corner sub linebacker type of safety, more so than an actual safety, but he looks really good. Great to elite speed, the A man coverage. He's smart with the B play rec and B awareness. He's got good tackling with good hit power. He's got good catching. It's either A or B. He has A or B finesse moves. Just kind of looks like a freak athlete that can play basically anywhere on the field except for deep safety, honestly, especially if that zone coverage is a C. But if that zone coverage is a B, I gotta look for a way to get Dante Wake. He looks absolutely incredible. After that, there's nobody I'm particularly interested in until we get down to Larry Porter. He is a hybrid player out of Florida State. Good to great speed, good to great strength, and again, not great in zone coverage, but looks to be okay otherwise for a day 3 guy. No Dante Wake though. There's Robert Dobson, has a high motor and often looks to rip the ball. He is 5'11" out of Delaware. He's slow with pretty good acceleration though. His A, block shedding, B, catching, C, awareness. If that zone coverage is a bit higher, I'd be fairly interested. I wish he were a little faster, but the fact that he's slow is probably the reason he's down here to begin with. There's David Tyson, another day 3 guy, has a high motor, often looks to rip the ball, has solid to good speed, so a little faster, still strong. B, block shedding, B, catching, B, pursuit, A, hit power, not great in zone coverage. Looks like his awareness is not great either. His play recognition is pretty mid. Again, not a guy I'm crazy about, but another guy that it's like if I'm at rounds 5, 6, 7 and I don't have anyone, David Tyson, not bad. There is one more guy, and that's Tyler Francois, who is tiny, 5'9" out of Kansas State. Good to great speed, has A to B zone coverage, and immediately I am interested. At worst, his awareness is a C, his play rec is a C, his hit power is a B, which is tackling were at least a C, but that can always be improved. He has good stamina. Looks like he's going to be at least a little bit injury prone. Day 3 though, he seems like very good value, especially considering that his zone coverage is A to B, and he is more of a scheme fit for the defense I like to run than even like Dante Wake. Let me know what you guys think of the players we've looked at so far. I of course didn't really show the players I'm not interested in because I think they're all kind of terrible, so there's not a huge point. But anyways, that is going to do it for this episode. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the continuous support. If you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot, and we're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, which I think is doable. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode where we're facing off against one of the best teams in the AFC, the Indianapolis Colts.